सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्ते पुराणानाम् करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। In this Upanishad, the first 6 mantras are presenting bondage and freedom in terms of mental conditions. And we have seen the 6 mantras, and then 7th mantra is talking about the Omkara Dhyanam. Omkara Dhyanam means the meditation with the help of this monosyllable word Om. And in that 7th mantra, 2 types of meditations were talked about. One is meditation on Saguna Brahma. Swarena Sandhayet Yogam. Yoga means union, connection with the Lord. Sandhayet, may one establish Swarena Omkarena. So with the help of Omkara, may one establish connection with the Lord. Means, may one meditate, I am Ishvaraha. This meditation is called Abheda Bhavanaya Dhyanam. The meditation with the idea of non-difference. And Raman Maharshi says, Bheda Bhavanat Sohamityasau Bhavanabhida Pavanimata. Means that meditation with the idea of non-difference, I am Ishvara, is considered to be better than I am meditating on Ishvara. Ishvara is master, I am servant. That also is a very good meditation. I am Bhaktaha, I am a devotee, and he is Bhagavan, altar of my worship. That also is good. But meditating that I am not separate from Ishvara is considered to be better. Because finally we have to attain the vision, I am one with Ishvara. So when I am doing the meditation with the idea of non-difference, I am closer to the final goal, and therefore it is considered to be superior. So here also Swarena Sandhayet Yogam. So that is one type of meditation with the help of Omkara. So Omkarena Saguna Brahma or Ishvara Dhyanam. That was one topic. Second is Aswaram Bhavayet Param. Aswaram means Shanti, silence. May one meditate upon silence as Brahman. And this silence indicates Shanti Upalakshita Chaitanyam, the consciousness which is even the witness of silence. And that silence means the consciousness witnessing silence is Brahma. That Brahman I am. In this manner, one meditates upon Brahman as oneself, with the help of the fourth dimension, the fourth matra of Omkara. The fourth dimension, fourth matra of Omkara is silence, a matra. And then aswar, how one meditates, that was clarified, aswarena anubhavena. By the meditations which is done with the help of silence, one should meditate on Param Brahma. Or aswarena anubhavena. By this anubhava, means anubhava, by appreciation which is characterized by silence as Brahman, aswarena anubhavena, bhavaha ishyate. What is remaining is considered to be existent, na abhavaha, not non-existence. So silence is not in the form of absence of sound. Silence is characterized by having its content in consciousness. And that consciousness is Brahma and not the absence. So silence does not indicate absence. Silent indicates this Chaitanyam, which is Brahma. Therefore, na abhavaha bhavaha ishyate. So aswarena anubhavena, by the appreciation of aswara, the appreciation characterized by aswara, silence, what is considered is existence and not shunyam, not absence. That way also this shloka can be seen. But the main content of this shloka is, with the help of the sound aspect of Omkara, one meditates on Ishvara, and with the help of the silence aspect of Omkara, one meditates on Nirguna Brahma as oneself. That is the essence of the shloka. Then from the 8th shloka, the Brahma Swarupa, which is appreciated with the help of Omkara Dhyanam, was further described, is started being described from the 8th shloka, that Brahman is Nishkalam, Nirvikalpam, Niranjanam. That Brahman is partless, not having those 16 parts which are described in Prashnopanishad, Prana, Shraddha, Akasha, Vayu, Agnihi, Apaha, Prithvi, Indriya, Manaha, Annam, then Viryam, then Tapaha, Mantra, Karma, Loka, Nama. All these 16 parts are described while presenting the Saguna Brahma, called Shodasha Kala Purusha. So our moon has got 16 digits. Even though we say this Purnima full, but still one digit. Yeah, Purnima is one, the what is called, one digit is, the 16 digit alone is there on the Purnima. And on the Amavasya, one digit is remaining but not seen. Amavasya means on new moon day. So moon has got 16 kalas. Similarly, Saguna Brahman has got 16 kalas. Kala means parts. Whereas Nirguna Brahman is free from all parts. Nishkalam. And Nirvikalpam. Free from any variety. Or free from any subject-object division. Nirvikalpam. Niranjanam. Free from any taint, any stain. And that Brahman I am, having understood, one attains Brahman as oneself. And one attains Brahman means one discovers that I am never away from Brahman. So attaining Brahman is claiming Brahman, getting rid of the notion that I have to attain Brahman. So being free from the notion I have to attain Brahman one day, that is called attaining Brahman. Then next shloka, where what has been told is presented in a different manner with some more details. Up to this 8th we had seen. Now the 9th. निर्विकल्पमनन्तं च हेतुदृष्टान्तवर्जितम् अप्रमेयमनादिं च यज्ञात्वा मुच्यते बुधः. Nirvikalpam, we have already seen, it is free from variety of good, wicked, medium. All such varieties are not there. So you don't have variety in Brahman. That Shankaracharya ji attained the best quality Brahman, my Acharya got medium, and I will have very leftover whatever. So there is no such thing. Whatever Brahman claimed by Shankaracharya ji, same Brahman you are going to claim. And why is it so? Nirvikalpam. Once we understand that, then the anxiety in sadhana goes away. Sincerity is very useful, necessary in sadhana, but anxiety should not be there. What is the difference between sincerity and not having anxiety? Sincerity means you don't let go of any opportunity for sadhana to attain knowledge. That is called sincerity. Anxiety means you are so much focused on the final outcome that you are not enjoying the process. When will it happen? When will it happen? How long I have to do? This is anxiety. But let me do what is to be done at this level, in whichever level I am. I am in level of karma yoga, let me do it well. As if that is the only sadhana to be done. You focus. Give yourself completely to that sadhana. Whenever you are doing, do it wholeheartedly. People generally they say, oh, when will I get the Gnana Nishtha, when Nididhyasan will happen? Do what is to be done now. Yeah, you have a overall plan. You have the idea, which sadhana first, which sadhana next. You have idea. And predominantly you will be doing one sadhana. But no anxiety. When will I will study, finish study and go to Himalayas? Right now you study. While study is going on, you are thinking Himalayas. So this study also gone. Himalayas, I don't know what will happen. And therefore, sincerity is that we don't lose any opportunity, even a small opportunity. But there is no anxiety. So, why no anxiety? Because Brahman is completely available all the time for everybody. It is not like musical chair, no, in that one person will be out. So you have to sit. Immediately you have to sit. If you don't sit, then you are out. The Brahman was like that. That it's a musical chair it called, no? Musical chair. So if Brahman was like that, then you have to hurry up. Because all will sit and you will be out. Brahman is not like that. Anytime you reach, anytime you are ready to claim, it is available. Anytime available, any juncture of life, any stage of your life, it is available. So you need not have anxiety. Oh, this fellow is studying so fast. I am not studying. See, as if like that fellow will get Brahman, I will be left out. See, in the spiritual pursuit also it happens. This person is attending 4 classes a week, I am attending only 3. And that fellow also will, he will say, that 4th class, no, which you are not attending, oh, wonderful class. So he also makes you feel bad about it. That's what human psychology is there, So you want to feel some special, make other person feel bad. So Brahman doesn't have all those things all the time available. No such variety, no a question of getting exhausted. No, all the time available. Night 12 o'clock you wake up, you want to claim Brahman, available. Early morning, of course available. That's why it's called Brahma Muhurta. So it is own time, Brahman's time. So available. And therefore, we don't have anxiety. Nirvikalpam, it does not have any variation. Alright. So all the time we connect with our sadhana also. Whatever revelation given, we connect so that we remain relaxed. Sincere but relaxed. Generally, people think sincerity means anxiety would be there. People connect sincerity and anxiety. One person said, Swamiji, my employee, he was so anxious because he's very sincere. So we think that person has to be anxious to be sincere. If he is smilingly doing things, he is not sincere. Why he is doing with smile? We expect him to be like worried and, so much tensed. Then only he is sincere. That's not necessary. Bhagavan Sri Krishna was giving Upadesha how? Prahasanniva. Smilingly gave Upadesha. Not that, oh my God, see, I did not prepare for the class. I came only for driving and you are asking me for the class. At least you should have warned me. He was doing the driving and next moment he is ready to teach. That is that. So there is no such anxiety. Alright. Nirvikalpam. Anantam cha. Anantam means it is free from any paricheda. In yesterday's class, paricheda hinam, that is anantam. Anantam means what? Na vidyate antaha yaspin. That in which antaha, limit, is not there. And we saw yesterday 3 types of limitations are there. Desha, Kala, Vastu, time-wise, space-wise, object-wise. All 3 limitations are not there. Anantam. But how do you establish this existence of Brahman? What is the Hetu? Hetu means this basis, reason, logical basis for establishing Brahman. What is that? Kaha hetuhu? Kaha drashtantaha? What is the example for Brahman? For that type of question, answer is given, hetu drishtanta varjitam. This Brahman is devoid of any hetu for its establishment. Hetu means the basis, the reason. Like what? Seeing the smoke, you establish fire. The smoke is called what? Hetu, logical basis. And this fire will be called sadhya, that which is established. So just as there is smoke for fire to establish, for fire to be established, there is smoke available as hetu. Like that, what is the hetu for the establishment of Brahman? Brahman may be like an emperor's cloth, People simply say Brahman, Brahman, so people start attending classes. Some people will say like this. See, have you ever seen Brahman? No. In fact, some of your friends may tell you, what you went for? Oh, I went for this retreats. What do? They teach Upanishad. In Upanishad, what do they teach? Brahman. Where is Brahman? Can I see it? No, you can't see it. Can you see it? No. Can your teacher see it at least? My teacher also said, no, it cannot be seen. Then, what is the basis that Brahman is? It's like that in story, emperor's cloth, that fellow is fooling this emperor, that I am giving you a nice cloth. There is no cloth at all. And he said that only those who are good people, they will see. Those who are not good, they will not see. So nobody is ready to claim that I am not good. Therefore, aha is wonderful, wonderful. Only a child said, oh, emperor is naked. So this Brahman may be like this also. Have you ever seen Brahman? And how do we know there is Brahman? Such question is asked. For that answer is there is no hetu. If hetu is not there, hetu means the logical basis is not there. How can we say Brahman is? Brahman is because you are. Brahman is available as the self-evident self. Are you there or not? Or you have doubt about yourself also? If you are not there, I don't have to answer your question because you are not there. I will ask you, are you there? What you have to say? Yes, I am. That I am is this manifestation or the evidence for Brahman. So Brahman is evident as the self. What type of self? The self which is self-evident. If you are there, then Brahman is there. And if you are not there, I don't have to answer your question. You are not there, whom will I answer? I am a sane person, so I don't talk to non-existent things. You are not there. If you are not there, how can you have questions? Anyway, so the hetu, the reason, logical basis in conventional sense is not there for Brahman. Means Brahman is not proved by any inference. In Shastra we do give inference, but all those inferences are given to understand what Shruti is saying and also to dismiss the misconception about Brahman, not to establish Brahman. So Brahman is hetu varjitam. Varjitam means free from hetu. And drishtanta. There is no drishtanta. Drishtanta means example. Like we can say, how these Alps are like Himalayas. The Alps you have not seen. The Himalayas you have seen. Little bit you have seen. From Rishikesh you see them. Kunjapuri you go, you see, this snow-peaked mountain. So you can get some idea. Similarly, how is this Brahman? We do not have any, what is called, exact example. Some example we try, but again we have to show so many dissimilarities. Light we call Brahman is like light, but so many dissimilarity we have to say. So there is no perfect example for Brahman because Brahman is non-dual. There is nothing other than Brahman to become the example for Brahman. Brahmana advitiyatvat drishtantah nasti. So Brahma, there is no example because Brahman is non-dual. Alright. And also Brahman is Atma and nothing is like Atma. For everything else you use the word this. The word I use only for myself. Therefore, I am unique and therefore there is no example available. Hetu drishtanta varjitam. Aprameyam. It is not objectifiable by any means of knowledge. Because it is not an object. Object can be objectifiable. Since it is not an object, it is not objectifiable. Then how you have to know? You have to subjectify it. It is not objectifiable, you have to subjectify. Subjectify means what? You have to understand it as subject, I. Brahman is not available to be objectified by any means of knowledge, but it is available to be claimed as I. So, aprameyam means not objectifiable by any means of knowledge. Therefore, don't try to have experience of Brahman. People have this, Swamiji, I have studied the theory of Brahman, but I have not experienced Brahman. And in fact, they asked me also, Swamiji, you have experienced Brahman? Kam se kam, aap to bolo. At least you tell. Swamiji, you have experienced Brahman. I will say I have not experienced Brahman. Oh, so I have to search for another teacher. ये तो खाली theory वाला है. One person in Rishikesh, he came, I was in Kailash ashram for some time, and he came and told me, he said, you show me some Mahatma, lekin book wale Mahatma nahi. Means the Mahatma who is not merely Mahatma based on books. Anubhav wale Mahatma batao. The Mahatma with some experience. So not, I don't want book Mahatma. He gave the name also. वो बोले पुस्तक की महात्मा नहीं चाहिए. Then I took him to some Mahatma, because he was known and living in this Vasishta Guha. So Mahatma means it has to have some description like this. Some beard will be there, staying in Guha. Not Guha. Okay. So I took him. Then he was interacting with me, but he was not impressed. In fact, he said, Swamiji, I am impressed more by you than that Mahatma. Then I was already available to him. Anyway, that apart. So, we have this expectation that our Guru must have experienced. In the beginning of the course, they ask this question, because they want to be sure whether they are learning from a Brahmanishta Mahatma or not. So that is, Swamiji, have you realized? Have you realized Brahman? So it's a common question, understandable. And all of you must be eager to say, I tell you now also, I have not realized Brahman. Okay? Okay, whatever you want to imagine, by that you imagine. Aprameyam, anadim cha. Anadim means beginningless. Brahman does not have beginning, because it is of the nature of existence. And therefore, it does not have beginning. Ajam, anadim cha. Yajnatva, having understood which Brahman, Buddha, a wise person, muchyate, is freed from bondage. But here a commentator, Upanishad Brahma Yogin, he said, Swatiriktaastitva brahmataha muchyate. What a beautiful. He says, this wise person is freed from the delusion that there is something other than me. What do you think? I am here and there are so many people. I am a small fellow, Swamiji, the world is too much. All are harassing me. All are ganged against me. This is a typical Jiva's description, samsari Jiva, who always thinks that I am victimized and the world is victimizer. That mentality is there, prosecuted mentality, that I am, Swamiji, so much harassed by everybody. Nobody leaves a chance to harass me. This is a typical samsari way of thinking. So, swatirikta astitva brahma, the delusion that all are different from me, they are victimizers, I am victimized, from that muchyate. And also, he becomes free from this dukkha, especially dukkhitva. I am sad. I will become happy. This is bondage. You are waiting for a happy moment in your life. Ye subha kabhi to aayegi. So one day it will come. So that type of these thinking, this is samsara. From that he is released. Muchyate. Waiting for happiness to come is a sign of samsara. One day I will be happy. You are postponing, like horizon. The person is chasing horizon. He thinks that he has to travel 1 kilometer. That's all. He will reach, and then he reaches there 1 kilometer, travels 1 kilometer. Again it is away. So when you are searching the happiness, fulfillment in the world outside, it will be like horizon. That fulfillment always you will be chasing, always evading you. Muchyate. You are happy in this moment. Atitam nanu sandatte, bhavishyam nanu chintayan, vartamana nimeshantu hasannevati vartate. Somewhat similar is there in Viveka Chudamani. Means, atitam na anusandatte. He does not brood over the past. Many people have this feeling, Swamiji, in our days, what a nice time it was. We used to have fresh vegetable and we used to have fresh air. Now everything polluted. So atitam and brooding over the past. In our time, Swamiji, when I was young, I used to eat raw brinjal. कच्चा कच्चा बैंगन खा जाता था. And now even cooked brinjal also I am not able to eat. Atitam. Especially when you grow older, you have tendency to live in the past. Because present is not so comfortable. हाँ, हमारे टाइम में ऐसा था. That is not there in wise person. Atitam nanu sandatte. Bhavishyam nanu chintayan. When this retreat is over, then I relax. जाके सो जाऊंगा. I mean, I'll go and sleep. So, people will generally think that when this is over, then I will be happy. Swamiji, now only thing I have, my son has to get married or daughter has to get married. Once Swamiji, son or daughter get married, I am fully available, Swamiji. I will come to your ashram. But I have heard these cases. In fact, after son got married, whatever classes that lady was attending, that also stopped. Earlier she was attending 2-3 with this thinking hope that now Swamiji, once my son is or daughter is married, then I will attend all the classes. But after that, they stopped coming. I said, what happened? Swamiji, I am going for babysitting to the US. And therefore, postponing your happiness, fulfillment in future, that is a samsara lakshanam. Wise person doesn't think, in future, when I get videha mukti, I will be happy. This body, so much bondage, bondage, bondage. That is not there. Bhavishyam nanu chintayan. Vartamana nimesham, the present moment. Nimesham is moment. Present moment, hasannevati vartate. It passes by smilingly. With smile, he spends the present moment. That is called here muchyate buddhaha. He is released from this samsara, the bondage, delusions. All right. Now, somebody may raise this question, how can you say that Atma is Anantam, non-dual? Because we have so many categories available. Somebody is samsari, he is not at all interested in moksha. There is somebody who is a mumukshu, who is interested in moksha, but sadhana is not yet started. There is always a gap between waking up and getting up. There is a gap, no? So similarly, this fellow is mumukshu, means he wants to get up, but not yet started. And there is a sadhaka, and there is someone who is muktaha. So we have so many varieties of Atma, varieties of people, varieties of Jiva. How it can be justified, how it can be accounted for if there is only one non-dual reality, limitless reality? How is it possible? So many jivas are born, so many jivas are dying, and therefore so many varieties being there in this universe. How can you say that there is only one limitless reality? Vyavastha will not happen. Vyavastha means this arrangement. The category, if everything is Brahman, 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 then how will you say this is a Mukta Purusha? Swami, the Shankaranandji, Pujya Swamiji, all are Mukta Purusha, and we are just sadhakas. That's what we have. So Swamiji, if Atma is only one, then if one Atma is Mukta, all Atma should be Mukta. How come one is bound, other is not bound? How will you account for this difference, the arrangement, Vyavastha? For that, the answer is given in the well-known shloka. Next shloka. Na nirodho na chotpattihi na baddho na cha sadhakaha na mumukshur na vai muktaha ityesha paramarthata. So this mantra says, there is na nirodha, there is no dissolution. Pralaya, nirodha is not there. We have heard about Srushti, Sthiti, Pralaya, creation, sustenance, dissolution. But this shloka says there is no dissolution. Nacha utpattihi, there is no creation. And there is no one who is bound, baddhaha. And nacha sadhakaha, there is no person who is doing sadhana, sadhanavan. Somebody doing sadhana, karma yoga, upasana, shravana, manana, nididhyasanam, some sadhana. That one who is doing sadhana is called sadhaka. So, nacha sadhaka, but he said there is no sadhaka, there is no person doing any sadhana. Na mumukshuhu, there is no seeker of freedom. Na vai muktaha, and indeed there is no free person. Iti, in this manner is esha, this particular fact, as this particular situation is paramarthata. This is the ultimate truth. This particular appreciation is ultimate truth. So, iti esha. All this what has been said referred to by the word esha. So, mukta is not there, sadhaka is not there. All this is paramarthata, the ultimate truth. Now, question is that how can we say, Swamiji, I am a mumukshu, Swamiji, I am a sadhaka, and this Swamiji is muktaha. To explain this, we take the example of dream. When you are seeing the dream, in dream some child may be born. You will, because in your family somebody is going to deliver a child and you are imagining, oh, when will it happen, when will it happen. So in dream also that will come, that one baby is born. Or some new building came up, Utpatti, you saw, and somebody died. Some building was destroyed, some bridge was destroyed. And nowadays modern contractors, so they make the bridge is collapses. You keep hearing in the news that this bridge was collapsed. Inauguration time itself it may collapse. Minister is very shameful. Anyway, so you see that many things are destroyed, and somebody is known there as a very famous sadhaka, very sincere sadhaka, getting up at 3 o'clock and whole day studying Shastra, and you see him, wow, what a great sadhaka. When will I become this? All this is what? In dream. And this Swamiji is a Mukta Purusha. He did sadhana and he became free. All these things are real for the dreamer. Dreamer doesn't think that, oh, this is an unreal sadhaka. He thinks it's a really. In fact, he will say, really it is a sincere sadhaka. Really child was born. So from the dreamer's standpoint, the dream world and all happenings in dream world are real, existent. But when he gets up, wakes up, then what will he say? That child was born is mithya. Really child was not born. Still that my family, my relative, he still has yet to deliver. So baby was not born, really not born. It appeared to be born. Building was really not destroyed. In fact, building was not there to be destroyed. And therefore, from the waker's standpoint, the entire dream world and happenings in the dream world are non-existent, seemingly existent. They appeared, really not there. But what will he say? This waking world is real. My family member is yet to deliver, tomorrow he will deliver. That is real. So from the waker's standpoint, dream world and its happenings are really not there, non-existent, seemingly existent. But the waking world is real, existent. Now Shastra says, you have to extend this dream example to the waking world also. You have to have the second awakening. And when you have got second awakening, what is that? I am Advitiya Brahma, Turiyam Brahma. When you discover that, from the standpoint of Turiyam Brahma, even the waking world is not there. All the happenings in the waking world are really not there. Exactly like dream world. So depending upon the standpoint, what is real, what is unreal, it changes. When you see yourself from the standpoint of being Turiya Atma, then the entire world is really not there, not existent. It appears to exist, but really not there. And therefore, from that standpoint, it is said here, na nirodha, na cha utpattihi, na baddha, na sadhakaha. Like in dream world, whatever creation or whatever destruction you saw, whatever sadhaka you saw, whatever mukta purusha you saw, all of them are really not there, non-existent, not there. Similarly, from the standpoint of Turiya, all of them are not there. And this particular mantra is occurring in Mandukya Karika also. Second chapter, 32nd mantra is there, 32nd Karika. And Bhashyakara has written a very long bhashyam on that. And he says that this mantra, this Karika, is a prakrana. He is giving the conclusion of the entire Vaitatya Prakranam. So it is a very important shloka. And this shloka or this mantra represents Ajatavadaha. Mandukya Upanishad is known for this Ajatavada. They say Ajatavada of Mandukya. What is Ajatavada? Vada means view. Ajata means not born. Really, nothing is born. That particular view is called Ajatavada. Ajatavada. Because this Dvaitam cannot be born. Why? Because it is not there. Something is there, alone can be born. Means something is available for existence, is available as existent, we can say it was born. Something is not there, how can we talk about the birth? So, Dvaitasya utpattihi nasti. Why? Dvaitasya asatvat. Dvaita does not have origination because Dvaitam itself is not there. In Mandukya we say, Vandhya putraha na jayate. The son of Vandhya, the lady who has never given birth, it is never born. Something is there, we can talk about its birth. Something is not there, how can we talk about the birth? And therefore, Dvaitam being really not there, it cannot have real utpatti. What about Advaita utpatti? Advaitasya utpatti api na sambhavati sada satvat, because it is all the time there. The very nature of Advaita is existence, and therefore it doesn't have to come into existence. And therefore, Dvaitam na jayate, Advaitam na jayate. And other than Dvaitam and Advaitam, nothing is there. Therefore what? There is nothing which is really born. But Swamiji, I am celebrating my birthday. Good, celebrate, please celebrate, so we can get some sweet chocolates, etc. Good. But know fully well that it is a vyavharika janma. We don't like to use the word mithya. So sometimes, when sugar coated word for mithya is what? Vyavharika. Empirical. So empirical birth is okay and birth date is okay. You please distribute sweet. Because our eating sweet also is empirical. So no problem. Yakshanurupo balihi. As the devata is, so the offering is. And therefore, vyavharika, mithya drishtya, all are accepted. But if you analyze the reality of it, it doesn't stand inquiry. It falls apart. It does not have real existence. And that is called Ajatavada. Ajatavada has got certain principles. The first principle is, there is no real existence or origination of any duality. There is no real existence or origination of any dualistic object, any world, any object. Dvaitasya utpattihi svatasatta nasti. That is the first principle of Ajatavada. But second point is, Dvaitam has got appearance and experience. Dvaitam, the dualistic world, Dvaitam means don't look for here and there. This clip is Dvaitam. Your body is Dvaitam. Your mind is Dvaitam. Your thoughts are Dvaitam. All Dvaitam. Dvaitam is duality. So this duality, including this body, senses, mind, all of them, they appear. Really not there, but they appear. And thereby, they are available for experience. This is one important point, because many people say, if world is not real, world is not there, how can it come to our experience? So our logic is what? Yad anubhuyate tad asti eva. Means that which is experience is really existent. That thinking is not correct. Many things are really not there, but appear to be there. Like what? Sunrise. Sunrise, there is no sun rising, but sunrise appears. Sunset, people go all the way to some point just to see sunset. Sunrise, some points are there. One is a tourist spot will be there, sunrise point. Early morning, this tourist people, they will say 3 o'clock you have to get up. Why? Because the sunrise point is 25-30 kilometers away. and we have to go in a hilly area. So early morning you have to get up and you go for sunrise. And that day clouds are there. बोले कि हमारा नसीब हमारे से पहले पहुंच जाता है. So our luck goes before we reach. So people see sunrise, sunset, but really there is no thing called sunrise, sunset. So in our mind that needs to be well settled. Just because something is experienced by us, therefore it is really there, it's not necessary. If we understand this, then we will be careful in making judgment about others. Many times we have made wrong judgments. You have to see in your life that how many times we make somebody did something based on, he is very miserly. But it is not so. He is not spending money on himself, he is giving money to others. Can you call him a miserly person? But he doesn't wear good clothes and designers wear, and therefore you conclude he is a miserly fellow. May not be so. Therefore we don't make judgment. Even we make provisional judgment, we put a clause. What clause? In my perception. You put a clause. This person seems to be miserly in my perception. And that too in my present perception. This type of clause when you put, you are ready to change your opinion. You need to have some judgment sometime to do the transaction. But even you have to make judgments, you make provisional judgments with the openness that it can be different. Many times we have been proved wrong. I have seen many times. I thought it is like this, it was not like that. I generally give one my favorite example of Bangalore. When I was Bangalore conducting classes, I used to go by auto, and these auto fellows, they generally ask for more money, especially morning. And when they know that this fellow is outside, from outstate, they will ask. So many times they used to ask. At that time I was little, we should have justice and all this, little bit was there. So I said, if he asks exactly same money, then I will give more money. That many times I have done. But he asks a little more, then I said, why you are doing this and all. So one day morning, I went for the class, and that fellow said something in Kannada. I assumed that he is asking for more money. My Kannada was very poor, and without that I judge he is asking for more money. And then afterwards he clarified. He said, I was giving money and he was saying something. So I said, he is asking for more money. He said, no, Swamiji, I am asking that you please put this money on my meter. He had so much value for Swami being the first passenger and putting money on his meter. For him, meter is like a money generating device. So, and therefore he was expecting that I remember, by God, I judged him wrongly. I must have given extra money for So how we judge wrongly, many times. So therefore when you make judgment, sometimes we have to make because we have to interact with the person. So if we can manage without judgment, it is very good. See, somebody is going and he is singing some film song. So based on that, I make a conclusion. This person is a materialistic person and all this I make conclusion. I have nothing to do with that person. I am not going to interact with the person. Why should I make judgment? But हमारे mind को कुछ काम धंधा है नहीं. So it makes judgment. So when not necessary, we don't make. Even when we have to make, because we have to interact with the person, some provisional, make it provisional. So this is, we learn that our Vedanta Siddhanta Ajatvada says that duality can appear, can be available for experience, even though really it does not exist. That is why in Vyavhara, if we have remained non-judgmental or having the judgment with the provision to change, then only we will be able to appreciate this Ajatvada. In Vyavhara, you are very obsessed. stubborn, so strong about your opinion, how are you going to accept this world which is appearing is really not there? That is why the type of life you live matters a lot in assimilating the vision of Vedanta. People think the study is one thing and living life is different thing. It is not so. They are interconnected. If you are leading a life in harmony with the teaching, the assimilation of teaching will happen. Otherwise, it remains just a theory, a word, just group of words. Okay, by the way. Then, next principle of Ajatavada is, even though the dualistic world is really not there, but appears to be there, how? Because of Maya. So, the third principle is, really non-existent world appears to be existent because of Maya. A particular power which is there in Brahman, because of which non-existent, really non-existent world appears to be there. And the fourth principle is, the reality behind this dualistic world is non-dual, which is never born, never dies. Therefore, duality is really not born, non-duality also is not born, and therefore Ajatavadaha, nothing is really born. An incidental, this utility of this Ajatavada is, if somebody forgets your birthday, don't feel bad. Because by forgetting or not wishing you on birthday, he is telling that you are really not born. No. Since you are not born, how can I wish you? So you take it. If somebody forgets your birthday, you take it. He is reminding me of Ajatavada. Thank him. But don't send thank you message. Thank you for not. All right, more we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudach. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.